Hello and welcome back to Hardworking Man. My name is Heath, and today we're going to test two similarly rated backpack blowers. One's a gas powered and one's battery powered. Let's see how they stack up. One of the blowers we're going to test today is the Husqvarna 350 BT. This thing is a pretty decent, probably entry-level commercial grade backpack blower. We're going to see how much it weighs, how well it blows leaves, because that's what really matters, how loud it is. And we're going to compare it to this, our all-new Bad Boy E-Series backpack blower. I picked this up at Outdoor Equipment because I wanted to try it. We're going to show you the pros and cons of both units, how they stack up, and which one blows better. So one of the main reasons I decided to buy a battery-powered backpack blower instead of this gas one was because when I got my Milwaukee blower that I got in a combo pack with a chainsaw, I use that thing all the time because it's fast, it's easy, it's ready to go. Rachel also uses that a lot, but it doesn't have the power of a backpack blower. She doesn't like messing with this, getting it started, letting it warm up. So one of the big drawbacks to a gas-powered blower is just that. This thing takes a couple minutes to get going, so I'm going to start it up and see how long it takes before this thing's ready to operate. So we've got the throttle on, choke on, hit a couple pumps on the primer valve, or primer ball. Now that wouldn't be terrible if it was ready to go now, but if I try to run it right now, it's just gonna bog. This thing takes a minute or two to warm up. So before this thing's warmed up, you can see it's just not ready to go yet. It's boggy, it's sluggish, and in a couple minutes it'll perform way better. Now, compared to this Bad Boy battery-powered blower, you simply walk up to it and pull the trigger. You got full power right now, turbo power. There's no warming up, there's no anything except a battery pack in it, and pull the trigger, you're ready to go. So much faster, so much easier. But is it going to compare to a gas-powered backpack blower when it comes to moving leaves and debris, which is what really matters? Stick around and find out. So first off, the Husqvarna BT350 is coming in at 22.9 pounds. And the Bad Boy E-Series with one battery in it is coming in at 22.2 pounds. So just a little bit lighter, but you can run this with two batteries. So with both batteries, it's going to be a little bit heavier. Pretty similar in weight though. Now let's see which one's louder at the operator's head with our decibel reader on our phone. Then we're going to see how these things move leaves comparatively.
I have a decibel meter on Heath's phone and holding it up to his ear, and we're reading right around there, 55. Okay.
That's at idle.
That's just at idle. So now he's gonna run it and we'll see where it goes. All right, let's check out the Bad Boy. All right, so here's the Bad Boy at idle. Oh, don't talk. If you're not using it, one nice thing is there's no noise other than the noise around you. So fire it up, Heath. Let's see.
All right, so as I suspected, the battery-powered Bad Boy blower is quite a bit quieter than the Husqvarna because it's dead silent when you're not using it, and at full throttle, it is as loud as the Husqvarna is at an idle. So if you're gonna be running this thing for a while, it'll add up. So a slight edge goes to the Bad Boy battery-powered blower in the noise test. Now let's go see how these things blow leaves.
All right, so I'm gonna test out how they can clear the path, how well they do. So I'm gonna start with the Husqvarna. I'm just gonna walk at a normal pace, going side to side, and we'll test it out.
All right, so that was the Husqvarna at full throttle. And you can see, I mean, it moved a good amount of leaves. It didn't leave a clear path by any means. Now we're gonna move just up in front of it, and we'll use the bad boy and see how that compares. All right, and there is the bad boy. I would say they're fairly similar. So what do you have to say, Rachel? After running them both, just doing a quick path in the woods, blowing leaves into the woods.
Well, I will say I was doing turbo on this one, and it did really good as long as it was just one layer of leaves. But when it piled up a bit, it just kind of like bogged them. Like they didn't move them as well as I felt like the Husqvarna did.
All right, well, that's gonna be our next test, is we're gonna put 2 big piles of leaves and see how well these blowers move the big piles versus clearing the layers. All right, so Rachel is gonna try to make piles of leaves and see how you can move a whole pile after you have them, I guess, congregated into an area. And then when we're done, she's gonna try to clear all of our leaves out of the woods onto the neighbor's property. Yeah, right, that would be ridiculous. Now keep in mind, in these piles, since we are in the woods, there are a lot of sticks in them, which is gonna stop the piles of leaves from moving, if that makes sense. Out in the yard without all the sticks, both of these blowers would probably perform better.
Oh, you're gonna have to be careful and not fall again.
Yeah, we were out here setting up and I was walking backwards and there was a brick behind me that I didn't know and I biffed it hard. I had the Husqvarna backpack blower on and I went down, but nobody was recording or we would have had that to bring to you.
I don't know. What do you think?
That's probably pretty similar. So we've got pile 1 and pile 2. I would say this pile's a little bigger actually.
Think so?
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing with it? Moving it completely out?
Well, we'll try. There's a lot of sticks in them, so we're just gonna, I guess, see how these things can do. Get the piles equal and then we'll just do a random drawing to see which blower gets which pile. Because we try to be fair here on Hard Working Man. We don't have a dog in the fight. I bought both of these blowers with my own money, full price, no discounts. So we're just comparing them and seeing what works best for you. You know what, I might go grab that Milwaukee handheld blower too and just see how that does compared to the 2 backpack blowers.
All right.
All right, here we go, moving piles with sticks in them. say we got a wall here, and that is, I mean, all it wants. So now you see why where we live, even though we're in the woods, we live in the middle of the woods, why we use that ACS, the advanced chute system on the Bad Boy mower to mulch the leaves. We were using the DR lawn and leaf vac until that thing completely broke to pieces. The whole tub broke out. The chute, I guess that goes from the mower deck back to the blower, started peeling apart. It's like 4 years old and the thing just completely fell apart. So we're gonna find a better solution for that, but you can see why backpack blowers are not our primary tool for yard cleanup. All right, now let's see how the Bad Boy does. Rachel doesn't think it's gonna do as good moving the pile. I guess we're about to find out. I'm gonna have to disagree with Rachel. I think this moves the pile better, but I think it blows maybe a little bit harder, so it causes, I guess, more leaves to come up, and with the wind coming towards us, come back. So when I got like a big wall of leaves, this was still moving them pretty good, where the Husqvarna sort of stopped moving them. So I would give a slight edge to pure power to the Bad Boy, but maybe to controllability to the Husqvarna. Now let's see if the Milwaukee can do anything close to either of these. So this is our Milwaukee handheld one. This is what made me want to buy the Bad Boy, or a backpack battery powered blower. Let's see if this can move the pile. The Bad Boy was just moving fairly easily. That is a huge no. That's why I wanted a backpack blower that was battery powered. Now I'm just going to do one of the walks through the woods and see how it does clearing a path like Rachel did. So for about 5 feet, this thing did pretty good. But now once you get, I guess, a little bit of debris piled up, you really got to slow down to keep it moving. So not bad, but definitely not even close to one of those two backpack blowers. All right, Rachel, what's your take on all three blowers, I guess?
Well, first of all, I have to say I think this is an absolute ridiculous video. who goes out into the middle of the woods to blow leaves around.
Hardworking man does.
We do. So in case you were wondering how easy it was to clear a floor of a woods with leaves, we're here to show you. I personally, I would rather use the bad boy. I love how easy it is to just pick up and go. I don't want to mess around with pulling anything to start it. I don't want to make sure the fluid levels are full. I don't want to worry about them leaking on me. I don't know. I just like pick up and go. And it has a lot of power, and I don't see anything wrong with it. If I was to buy one, I would go with the bad boy. Well, when Heath volunteered to bring Zach to school this morning, I should have known it would mean trouble. All that meant was now he had extra time to search Facebook Marketplace. And lo and behold, he found something to buy. He's headed to the bank to get cash. Can't wait to show you guys. What do you think it's going to be?
All right, so there it is, the Bad Boy E-Series backpack blower for the win from Rachel herself. If you guys have any questions about it you'd like us to try to answer, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Is battery worth it versus gas? In chainsaws, I'm going to say absolutely not. But in backpack blowers and weed whips, etc., I think batteries have their place. So let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.